Hello, I'm State Representative Bill Hinkle from the 13th Legislative District, and thank you for joining me today from the state capitol. As you can see, we're on the House floor right now, and we're now in the last few weeks of the legislative session, a critical time when the final version of the state budget is determined. And I'd like to talk to you about that issue today. There are two different approaches in addressing the state's $1.1 billion budget shortfall. Now, I'm a House Republican, and we're the minority party. There are 56 Democrats and only 42 Republicans in the House. It's the job of the majority party to drive the legislative agenda, and it's the role of the minority party to offer alternative solutions. Well, I'm proud of my House Republican colleagues on the Ways and Means Committee. We offered on the 17th of February a first budget proposal for the legislative session. We decided to take this step because we've not been satisfied, frankly, with the results of previous budgets that have been unsustainable and failed to set priorities. We're also disappointed in the proposal that the governor put forward in November that would have cut education by $630 million. We began by meeting in November to first determine what we thought the state's priority should be. The number one priority was K-12 education. In our House Republican budget, we prioritize K-12 education above all other areas of state government. We'd fully fund basic education and only reduce spending in areas that fall outside of this definition. Unlike the governor, we would fully fund levy equalization also, critical for small communities like ours. Not cut any school days, not skip any payments to school districts either. We'd also pass education reforms and accountability measures to ensure that the money we are spending is being spent wisely. Beyond education, we feel public safety is another important priority. In our budget, we'd ensure that criminals stay in prison, that community supervision for those who are released was adequate. We'd also provide new funding for gang violence prevention and new equipment for our corrections officers. Our third and final priority is one that is near and dear to my heart, protecting our most vulnerable. House Republicans have a very specific definition for the most vulnerable: people with developmental disabilities, the elderly, reliant on long-term care, mental health patients, and children. We focus on people who need help but cannot help themselves. Our budget would fully fund critical access hospitals and maintain funding for regional support networks, adult daycare, and employment programs with the developmentally disabled community. So to recap, our priorities are education, public safety, protecting our most vulnerable. We'd also leave $625 million in reserves, just in case our economy takes another downturn. We also recommend reforming state government. We'd eliminate 51 state programs that we don't feel are priorities for government. Now, as you can probably tell, writing a state budget isn't easy, but it's the most important responsibility of the legislature. We must pass a sustainable no new tax budget that will provide certainty to consumers, employers, as our economy tries to recover. I hope you agree. Well, the next few weeks should be interesting. I'll encourage you to stay tuned to your citizen legislature. And if I can even ever be of assistance, please don't hesitate to contact me. You know I love emails, I love phone calls. It's an honor to serve you in the Washington State House of Representatives. And again, I'm State Representative Bill Hinkle, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.